Hello everyone, welcome back to the Social Mantra and welcome back to our Sociology PYQ Decode series. Okay, so जैसे कि हमने पार्ट 1 में कार्ल मार्क्स स्टार्ट किया था, so we started the Karl Marx and in a part 1 we did the PYQ analysis of your topic called alienation, and also we talk about the historical materialism, right? And we check the copies and you get idea like what kind of approach you should incorporate while answering the PYQ. So today our topic is your class struggle and mode of production. Okay. So generally our approach will be like that. First we will talk about what is the mode of production here, and after that taking the general overview, that is 2 or 3 minutes we will talk about it, and after that we will take this PYQ that is asked in your UPSC sociology previous year questions, and after that we will check a PYQ copy written by our student of our mentorship program, and you can take a general idea like what kind of mistake you have to avoid and learn from her copy, like what kind of positive things you can incorporate in your answer writing. Okay, so let's start the session here. So today we will talk about mode of production. So before doing that, we have done a PYQ analysis of your Karl Marx. Here when we talk about the mode of production in the last 10 years, three PYQs are asked from the mode of production, and it is highly important in your UPSC Sociology paper 1. When we talk about the key takeaways for the mode of production, you don't have to read this topic in an isolation. UPSC expects you to link it with the historical development, the dialectics and class relation concept of your Karl Marx. So what we get in general idea about the mode of production is your mode of production topic. Generally 2 to 3 questions are asked here. It's important, okay? And you don't have to read it in very isolation. You have to read very interlinked manner. You have to read, okay? Let's talk about the mode of production here. So what is the mode of production? What the Karl Marx suggests you? Okay, so mode of production comprise of two things, that is called your force of production, and the another part is your called relation of production. Okay, and the force of production, its full form is what? Force of production. Okay, and we also call it means of production. Okay, and it is relation of production. Okay, now we have understand the overall idea what is that. So now understand what they comprise of, right? For example, when we talk about your mode of production, inside that force of production, that is your capacity to produce. How much capacity to produce? Here comes in our society labor power. The labor, how much labor can work in a day, that is the capacity. In any kind of company, the number of laborers will decide how much they can produce. So the labors, also the technology, because the technology also decides that how much capacity you have to do the production level. Okay, how much raw materials you have, and what factors can decide? Your skills, your knowledge. Okay, so these are the factors that define that how much you will produce, so that come under your force of production. When we talk about the relation of production, it is with respect to what relation you have, that is your social relation during the production. We talk about your social relation during the production. During the production, there can be owner, there can be laborers, and inside that there can be laborers. So that is your owner. We called it have, and these are have not. Have are what? Who have the ownership of the means of production or of your force of production. The you can say these technologies are bought by them. They are the owner, okay, and they give salary to these have nots. Okay, they sell their labor power. Okay, that is what it is about. So Karl Marx said that when in any kind of society, when this force of production changes, when this mode of production changes, leading to change in your society. Okay, so what kind of society will change, will come? It will depend on your mode of production. So the mode of production, okay, your mode of production will define, it will leading to change in our society. Okay, you can see yesterday we have discussed the question on your what, historical materialism, because that was the general idea, the perspective that the Marx have with respect to the society. Here he has said that in our society, this is the infrastructure, Okay, that is your base of our society, and that is your superstructure. Okay, so this base leading to change in our superstructure. Base is what? Your economy. Okay, base is economy, and this economy is further categorized by the Karl Marx. He said mode of production. Mode of production. So he integrated his concept in this manner. He said mode of production is the deciding factor that leading to change in the society 1 to society 2 and then further so. Okay, so that is the thing. So mode of production, when the mode of production change leading to change in our society. So now here, so here is one question: how this thing happen? How this mode of production change? What is the reason? What is the cause? What is the cause that leading to change in a society? So here Karl Marx gave a concept called dialectics. He have given the concept of dialectics. He said in a particular mode of production, okay, the mode of production is further defined FOP and ROP. Okay, so with respect to time, what happened? There is internal contradiction happen between them. Okay, this internal contradiction leading to change, and the mode of production changes. Okay, in any kind of mode of productions, there is always the dialectic happen with respect to time that leading to change in the further mode of production. So that is what the Karl Marx gave the concept of dialectics here. So overall idea what we have understand now. Karl Marx said how the society changed. He said first your economy, your economic system changes that leading to change in our society. That was the general idea. He said after that we question mark how this economic system changes. So he gave the concept of mode of production. He explained the economic system is made of mode of production, your FOP and your ROP, or within that the student like us asked how this mode of production changes. So he gave the concept of dialectics. He said the dialectics happen, the internal contradictions happens here. Within that we ask why the dialectics happen, what it leading to. So here he gave the concept of class struggle. Okay, and he further break down them like alienation was the causes that leading to that, exploitation was the laborers facing, these were the causes. So that is was the integrated manner. You have to read the Karl Marx, all his concepts were given. Here comes your historical materialism part, here comes your mode of production part, dialectics here, and here comes your alienation. That is what integrated manner you have to read. So let's start the question here. When we talk about, so the assignment question was generally critically examine the dialectics involved in each mode of production as propounded by the Karl Marx, and it is given in 20 marks question. So first decode what this question is saying. Okay, for example, it is saying critically examine. You have to do critical examination of this statement. The statement is dialectics involved in each mode of production. First and all, there are two terminology here. That is your dialectics, and the other part is your mode of production. Right? These are two terminologies that are mentioned here. Now you have to establish the relation. Like what is the dialectics here? What is the mode of production? For example, you have read in your basic notes that what is the mode of production. Mode of production is the causes, or you can say the economic base, and he explained how the society changes. He said there is a primitive society, okay, that leading to change in your what? Slave society. Okay, then he said after slave society came what? Your feudalism, and after feudalism came your socialism, or you can say here comes your capitalism. Okay, the socialism part was very small, then after came your capitalism. Okay, so that is what the mode of production is defined. Now the question is asking, does the dialectics, the internal contradiction was happening inside the mode of production leading to change in our society? You have to do the critical examination of the statement, how much extent this statement is correct and how much not. And it, because it is 20 mark questions, you have to explain the mode of production also. Okay, the mode of production along with the dialectics, how the dialectics leading to change in the mode of production. In short, how the society is changing, you have to explain through the concept of dialectics in your first page. So in short, you have to explain how the primitive society to slave society to feudal society to the capitalist society, the society is changing, and what role the dialectics has in it. Okay, the first page you have to explain that. First we will see this question, how this question is approached and what kind of things you can learn from here, right? So that is the question got critically examine the dialectics involved in each mode of production as propounded by the Karl Marx, and you have to write this question in under the 20 marks. So generally the introduction is written here that in Marxian sociology historical materialism is utilized to argue that the history progressed through the dialectical tensions between the force of production, that is called FOP, okay, and also and the relation of production. Okay, very well. This introduction is as per the demand and the, so this introduction is as per the context and demand of the question. So I will just suggest to underline the key terminologies here, like the force of production, the relation of productions. Okay, that will be good enough, and this is okay. So now comes here this part. So generally what happens here, it don't required here. Instead of that, you can do what you can here, you have to explain actually what is the mode of production. Okay, because this is the linking para. So in the linking para you have to introduce the concept. Okay, after that you can show how the dialectics is leading to change in your mode of production, but before that you have to explain what is the mode of production. So you can make a general diagram here that how the mode of production is what, a simple diagram, that mode of production, and the mode of production is comprised of your FOP and also ROP. Okay, that is your relation of production and force of production, and after that you can take care. Here comes your skills, your labor, your technology, and relation of production. Here comes your owner, that is you can say here comes your have and have not, right? That is what you have to write, and after that you can start how the dialectics is leading to change, because here you have to explain the mode of production concept. Here just make a diagram here, it will be very good, you can include it here, right? Then comes the main demand of the question, dialectics across the historical materialism or the historical mode of production. So generally this approach, the tabular approach, is very good here, because the main demand comes here, like how that is your mode of production, that is your primitive communism, and in your primitive communism the dominant class and the ROP, the relation of production, was a thesis and leading to antithesis. Because when we say dialectics, okay, this dialectics was happening in between what, this dialectics was happening in between your thesis and antithesis, right? So in your primitive communism, what was the thesis, what was the dominant class, there was a communal ownership and that was a class-based society. But in antithesis we say there was a low force of production, okay, development, emergence of the surplus leads to private property. When the private property developed, the primitive society changed to the slave society. Okay, slave society, that is your private property, the economy first change, then change your ROP, then relation of production change. When the private property come in the market, some become owners, some become have, some become have not, that leading to change in the ROP, that leading to change in our society. Some become slave and some become your owner. Okay, that leading to our ancient society. In the ancient society what happened, the masters owning the FOP. Okay, that is your land, your tools, and the force of productions, and the laborers also. The slaves has no legal right, they don't have any kind of legal right. Okay, they don't have any mechanism to innovate, leading to collapse. Now what happened, that leading to your feudal society. Okay, that is the thing. In this way you can explain your first demand or the first half demand of the question. So here the first half of the question is very well understood and the core demand is very much addressed here. Okay, so now comes, there is one suggestion I will say, that such key terms, the pauperization, alienation, class consciousness, such are the key sociological terminologies related to the Karl Marx. So whenever you write in your answers, please underline them so that the examiners when see, because the examiner don't read your answers is a line by line, he see what you have underlined. If he see you have underlined such key terminologies, that means your answers look sociological and you have like tackle the core demands of the question. So please underline that. Okay, now comes the second demand of here. Have addressed the demand of the question very well here, but I will suggest one thing, whenever you write the thinkers, okay, you have to box them so that it will be like visible, that when you box the thinkers, it looks, yes, this is the thinkers is also mentioned, this child has mentioned the thinkers in his answer also. So that means that is the thing. Now overall the conclusion part was according to context and demand. So now comes here one thing that you have missed. So what happened is there, the question was saying, the directive was saying critical examination, you have to do the critical examination. What do you mean by critical examination? When we go to a doctor, The doctor do the critical assessment, the critical examination of your health. He said what is the positive and what is the negative, right? So he talked about both the things. So here in the critical examination, you have to do the positive and negative part both. So you have write the limitations very well, okay, that is very appreciative. But you have missed the positive aspect of it, like how this dialectics leading to change in our society in the mode of production is very much important or significant in our society. You don't have to write like 5 points, but 2 to 3 points are enough with respect to that, okay. That is the thing, you miss the demand here. Otherwise your answer is very much according to the demand, and you have addressed the core demands of this question. So this is the small gift for you, okay, to see the lectures till the end. So today we will discuss how the critical examination term, we will decode this directive, like what kind of things or framework of answer we should have in our sociological answer writing. So generally what happened, whenever the question say critical examination of any kind of your statement, you have to follow this approach. The 40 to 60% rule. What is the 40 to 60% rule? 40% you have to explain the statement, okay, whatever the statement is written, and after that 60% you have to do critical analysis. Critical analysis. And here comes one part that the beginners or the aspirant are very much confused. That is, what is the critical? We thought the myth is that critical means we have to write the negative part. Critical analysis, critical means you have to think, you have to interpret, you have to evaluate, okay. Evaluation, take the example here. Here our question was dialectics, okay, and the mode of production. So that was the statement. So what kind of evaluation we have to do here? For example, dialectics leading to change in the mode of production, is this correct? First and all, you have to explain what is the dialectics and mode of production, what the relationship between them, establish it under the first page of your the questions. First page you have to address that. After that comes the second and third page, because it's a 20 marks questions. So here from the half of the page you have to start this thing. You have to do the 60% part. This part you have to do the critical examination. Critical examination means you have to write the positive aspect and also the negative aspects here, okay. Negative aspects means the limitations, why this concept is like, you have to use the sociological thinkers here, like Max Weber was said about the class and all those things, right? That it is very well explained by this copy that we have checked. But when we talk about positive aspect, like how this concept is very much helpful in understanding the society better, give 2 or 3 points. In general way you can say this is your introduction and you have explained the mode of production here, okay, that is your FOP and that is your ROP, and here you are explaining the things in your tabular manner, and you have also explained here, okay. You have diagram till here, okay, that is the thing. Then after that you can start here that its relevance, this concept is its relevance here. You have explained 2 points here or 3 points here. After that the third page you have to do the critical assessment here, so you have to do the negative, or you can say the limitation or the critique part here, okay. So that is what the 60%, this part and this part is what the 60% of your critical examination. So that is what your critical examination part. So there is another rule with respect to your critical examination. You can use the test framework here. What is the test framework here? The test framework means, let's decode it. Test means if the question is given, okay, any kind of topic is given here and said critical examine, you have to do the critical examination of the topic, right? So you have to use the test framework while writing or approaching the question here. What is the test framework here? Test means first and all you have to translate, you have to translate the statement, like what is it saying, okay, what it want to tell you, okay. You have to interpret it, you have to translate it in your own wording. And after that comes your E is what you have to explain it. After understanding the concept and interpretation, you have to explain, that is your 40% part here, okay. And then comes your S, that is what scrutiny. Scrutiny part, in the scrutiny part you have to do what assessment, like what is the negative or limitation, what is the positive part, and this scrutiny part is your 60% in your critical examination kind of questions. And then comes your T is your take the judgment. Take the judgment here. What do you mean by taking the judgment here? Judgment means you have to now in the final way you have to do the conclusion very balanced way, okay. You have to conclude in very much inclusive or balanced way. That is what the critical examination kind of directives tell you, what kind of approach you should have. I think you understood this concept very well. The another question called 4 marks. So here come for marks, class divisions are outcomes or exploitations discussed. Overall, I will talk about the introduction was according to context and demand. Okay, that was great. Okay, the thing that you have missed here, what, and you have done the current affair integration by linking the Oxfam report here very well. But I will say at least two limitations should be written here that was missing. Overall, the general demand of the question was very well understood. Okay, it was sociological answer. Okay, and that is very well represented also. But what was missing here, that was the limitation part. Whenever the question said discuss this, so what you have to do overall, you have to, that is we called it 70 to 20% rule. In the discuss kind of question, 70% you have to explain the concept, that is what the statement is saying, and the 20% part or 10% part, you can say that is the 10%. Okay, you have to do the limitation of it. The limitation is necessary because it makes your answer very like balanced also. Okay, and your conclusion part was very much balanced one. Great one, keep writing, all the best.